I think we're in for a real treat tonight.
Joelle King, who is got the nickname Wonder Woman, so that is a pretty awesome nickname to live up to. 32 years of age, a previous Commonwealth Games gold singles winner. She's been as high as number 3 in the world. She's approaching 400 career matches. So you're looking at one of the most experienced campaigners on the PSA World Tour for the women. Tactically, Lisa looking good as well. She chopped and changed a few things against the Sandstorm, Nadine Shaheen, and looked really confident in her ball control and court craft.
Yeah, she's played 2 matches so far and demonstrated in those 2 matches just how much variation she's got to her game. Typically, when you think of Joelle King, you do think of a hard pace, fast-paced game, but she really slowed things down and took the Sandstorm by surprise and just disrupted her rhythm absolutely, completely.
Yeah, she did. And I feel with that combination of the physicality, she can get the balance between the two today, which she'll certainly need against this young lady. Then this could be a real humdinger, the one that you're predicting. Based in Bristol. It's a real affinity for the West Country accent. I'm not sure if she's gone down the cider route yet, but maybe after she retires. Do you enjoy cider?
Not too much, to be honest.
Sweet.
Bit sweet for me, yeah.
But the really dry cider. Anyway, we'll come back to that, because as much as we enjoy that side of things, I really do enjoy this young lady's approach to the game. It's going to be a future world number 1. I really do feel that. She stays healthy. 20 years of age, known as the Leopard. Moves around the court beautifully, but a real predator. Natural ability to finish big points, and also she's converted, winning this title, Lisa, back in March last year. So she's set at number 5 in the world, but certainly looking at the dizzy heights of world number one.
Yeah, she's certainly more than capable of that for sure. She's got a lot in her tool belt. She's obviously picked up some great titles so far at the young age of 20 and demonstrating a lot of potential on show. Had a bit of a slippery start to the tournament though, but she's settled in nicely and looked all guns blazing and very, very confident yesterday.
Yeah, for the viewers, my co-commentator was 2-1 up and really taking the game to her. She managed to take out Lisa in 5 games, and it's still been the match of the tournament. And that's not just my opinion, that's opinion of all the fans around the world. Terrific. So let's hope we get something very similar with these two. Could do with a 5-game humdinger.
Sitä kun se perhe muutti Suomaan, niin se alkoi siellä Nyytsöösissä, niin siellä oli tosi hienossa alunkaan välyttömän. Nyt sillä on aika iso tämmöinen vissi, että tommonen 2.
John Mazzarella will take charge of this First Ladies quarter-final.
Joo, se jätti heikiä sultaa kuolemaan.
Well, Lise, average match time, that does not surprise me. I feel that this match could go longer than the 49-minute average match time there, but it's nicely set. But it's Hammamy has got a slight advantage over King.
Yeah, they haven't come across each other too many times, just head-to-heads, looking at 2-1. Just going back to the last time that they played in the World Tour finals, with the first game being 2018. Certainly thought that we were in for a thriller, and it was. It finished 2-1 in the best of 3, and King just faltering away physically, and Hania looked like she got a new lease of life going into that 3rd game and won that 11-2. So I certainly think both of these players are looking really strong, physically really, really good so far in this tournament, so I think it could go to the wire.
It's actually a real treat to have you in the commentary box. The fact that you've been head-to-toe with ding-donging in this specific tournament with one of these players, namely the leopard, so the viewers can get a really, really detailed insight into what it's like to play her and what it's like on that glass court. So good stuff.
Women's quarter-final match. Joelle King of New Zealand to serve. Hammamy of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games. Love all.
I haven't actually asked you your prediction for this one. Come on.
Okay.
Well, it's really tough to call. I think you always have this thing that it's nice to lose to the winner of the tournament. But Joelle King really impressed me yesterday, how she conducted herself on the court and how she played. I'm going to go Joelle King with this one, and I'm going to say 3-2. Huge, I know.
Oh, well, fair play. You're putting it out there. Just to put a cat amongst the very large pigeons over here. I'm going to go for a possible leopard win, but it might be in 5.
And out, 1 love.
Tässä vähän tehnyt autoremppaa Hondaa, vanhaa Hondaa tehnyt tuossa, mutta kun jarrupalat vaihtanut tässä näin, niin se oli hinkas jarrulevyä vastaan, niin ne oli ne männät tuli mennyt ihan, sylinterit mennyt ihan ulos sitä, niin sai Raivolan vääntää ne ruuvipenkinsä paikalle, sitten saako ne enää ulos, kuitenkin alkuperän aika junkin vastaan-aikaisesti ja väliä. Nyt tämäpä nyt pistän paikalleen siihen näin. Niin kaikki oli ilmasi, kaikki hyvin paikalla, mutta se vuosi katos se ruuvi, missä tulee sitä nestettä siihen sylinteriin, saatana, niin sitten mä sitä vähän niin ruuvi, niin yllättää sitten vähän siinä kierteellä, saatana. Se meni se ruuvi jäi sinne saatana siihen katossa tulla, mutta mä kävin tilaamassa uuden, mutta sitten sitä ruuvia, niin sitä ei löytynyt mitään. Mä pikkuhiljaa tässä tein tämä eskaloituu tänne. Säästin tämän Jarron remontin itselleen.
Lisa, what was it that you found toughest part of the Hammamy game?
Controlling the bleed on my left knuckle, to be honest, Joey. Central referee Andrea was giving me a very hard time.
She was.
No, I think obviously the pace that she plays at's very high, and she's very quick. There was no real time for recovery unless I was really using the height on the front wall to slow the game down. That certainly was one of my tactics whenever I was under the cosh. I think obviously given the level that she's playing at, I was having to win the rally 3 or 4 times before I eventually did get the point. She never backs down, obviously.
Down.
It's good pressure. Wry smile there from Hammamy. She had Joelle King doing quite a bit of work.
3-2.
Thought physically you competed with her superbly well. I mean, you know, if you're going to play against these top players, you need to reset rallies, and defensive game is so important, and it's very advantageous on this court. As we said throughout the week, you've got an unlimited lobbing area above. There's no restrictions ceiling-wise or anything, which can happen in these venues. And also you've got this deadness at the back of the court where the ball stays very, very low, so you can really turn that defensive play into attack.
Yeah, and also you've got the lights up there with the height as well, just throwing another little spanner into the works. That's obviously something that these top players who play on this glass court regularly will be used to, but for me that was definitely an adaptation that I had to make, an adjustment that I had to make very quickly.
And out 4-3.
Well, all pretty steady so far. Joelle King, again, taking a little bit of time, perfectly within the rules, just settling herself, thinking about her serve, what she needs to be doing. Very similar approach to yesterday against the Sandstorm.
You're very intent on talking about the serve this tournament, Joey.
I have been. I mean, again, it's a key, and I just hope today there'll be more consistent attention to detail on such a important aspect.
Oh. Another unforced error from Hania. Just maybe a little bit of nerves in the first half of this game.
Tuossakin oli semmoset, ne oli vaan pienemmät ne männät. Sekin jossakin on 20. Tuossa on toista. En mäkään nähnyt 20, oli sitten tehokkaampi. Niin on.
Stroke to king.
Niin on.
6-3 right.
Joo, kauhea. Joo, tuli metallit vastakkain sinne.
Well, this is an excellent start here from Joel King.
Ei tarvitse jarrua painella.
Not giving any pace for El Hammamy to feed off of.
Tuliko se sitten niinku naarmut sitten ihan täysin sinne?
Again, good weight of stroke control. Excellent. I'm really impressed by this.
It's a great finish.
She carries on like this. I mean, still early days though.
Mutta niin jos se urallisesti ei jarruta niin hyvin, vaan mikä sinne sitten tekee?
And out.
Joo, ei ne pahaa, no yllättävää ei tulisi.
4-7.
Niinpä. Palaa pareis. Normi juttu. Joo, se jotenkin on. Mutta tossakin kato se on mulla on tuo FRV, niin se on valmistus on lopetettu jo 2008. Mutta se on niinku hyvin pitkälti CRVn tyylinen se rakennus, mikä se on aika samanlaisen. Niin on aika niin se tuntuu kun kyselee, niin tuossakin on tuo parit jarrupalat niinku mukaan, että voi katsoa, että mikä niistä on se oikein. Miten ne suoraan nähdään.
Well, the Leopard starting to work her way back. That's an unbelievable shot.
Niin on. Niin se on.
It's a good counter there, Lise.
Yeah, there's a few times Hammamy's gotten herself into a good position, done all the work, the right work in the rally, and then just picked the wrong shot selection and allowed King to get back in and tidy up.
Well, Joel King just making sure she uses her towel. She's having a go at El Hammamy's.
Niin on.
Hand out 8-5.
Niin on. Niin näyttää, että niin Japanissa kun Toyota tekee joku malli, niin kohta tulee niin Mitsulle ja Hondalle ja sitten viimeiseksi tulee Nissanille tulee samanlainen tyylinen auto. Jos niin se Hondalla oli, Ravihan oli se, niin se Toyota tuossa Bluemasterille, niin kohta tuli niin Hondalla se jälkeen ja sitten ne tämmöiset autot. Ihan samanlaista.
That's a very good shot. That's a very difficult shot when you've got the kind of height of Joel King to twist and go low. Clever play.
Interestingly enough, I thought there's been a few times Hammamy's lobbed cross-court from her backhand over onto the forehand, which I think has to be executed perfectly to get over the reach of Joelle King.
Yeah, she's massively strong above her shoulders on the forehand side. Massively strong. So athletic. Maintaining a 3-point lead as we approach the final phase of this first game, and she gets the bounce. Always the moral of the tale is you need to volley those balls.
10-6, game ball.
4 game balls, deservedly so for King.
And out. 7-10, game ball.
Sehän on erilaisia pikkupulloja siihen saa sen tohon päähän. Sillä mä sytyttelen aina takkaan. Niin, mulla ei oo semmoista, joo, niin joo.
Stroke to King.
11-7,
game to King, King leads. 1 game to love.
Well, 11 minutes in duration, and it's Joelle King that strikes first, leading 1 game to love.
Well, my prediction proving me right so far. As expected, Joelle King has come out really calm, really controlled, as she has all tournament. A few errors from El Hammamy, from good positions actually, allowing Joelle King to keep the 2-point, 3-point cushion throughout the whole game. And she is looking very confident as she takes the first game.
Well, this young lady loves a scrap, that's for sure. Just getting some electrolytes and energy drinks in. Really intrigued to see how the second game goes. Joelle King, who's looking pretty unbreakable at the moment with the control that she's establishing, Lisa, and also to play at that slightly more moderate tempo. The key is accuracy, and that's exactly what Joelle King's doing. She's keeping the ball tight, hitting her corners, and not letting El Hammamy kind of get in front and try and force the pace.
Play will resume in 30 seconds.
Yeah, Joelle King's accuracy certainly has been second to none in this tournament so far. And as well, she has that power and pace in her locker for whenever she does need to bring it out. A little bit of variation. I think she's getting the balance of that really well so far.
King leads. 1 game to love. Love all.
Termi on Karilla, kun termit ja tavat niin varastotaan tallista. Tai käydään ekskursioissa tallista tästä termit. Joo, tein tuommoista rautakkoa. Termit.
Down.
Mutta sehän on semmonen
And out, 1 love.
Well, first point on the board for El Hammamy, and she's got to build an early lead.
Sehän sulattaa menne. Joo, Nähän on tästä nyt jos sanoo myytinurkassa vai missä on meni leikin. Räjähtää.
Two love.
Well, that was exactly what Hammamy was doing really well yesterday, controlling the ball across the middle of the court and taking in the volley drops at any given opportunity. Certainly not pumping it into the tin.
No, that was from a mid-court position as well.
There's a few times she's done that so far. Just snatched at it with her swing.
I think because of the lack of pace, you know, Joelle King's not hitting the ball at 160 miles per hour. She's really thinking about what she's doing. I mean, what is impressing me, Lisa, about Joelle is that her natural game for the majority of her career was to play at high tempo, physical, you know, and she's kind of switching it round to find a way to deal with some of these other players coming through, and it's kind of giving her that all-round squash playing ability. So if she does need to go physical, she can, but then she's...
Stroke to Hammamy.
So the stroke's been given with the contact on the racket. No discussion there from King. Yeah, I mean, that was... Could have been quite nasty, actually. Luckily, she just knew she was there and just was softer on the stroke.
And out.
But do you feel, you know, she's kind of got that all-encompassing game a little bit now. She continues to be consistent with this approach.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you want to play and beat different styles in the game, then you have to have a lot on your tool belt, and sometimes being one-dimensional but really, really good at it can only get you so far. And I don't really feel like Joelle King has been one-dimensional. She has a lot of skill, obviously very physical as well, combined with the hard hitting. But how she's looking in this tournament is so calculated, you know, at the top of the bounce, at the top of her swing. She's just taken a moment to really think about what shot am I going to play, what pace am I going to play, how am I going to play it. And it just looks very, very calculated. I think that's the word.
Yeah, calculated, coordinated. She's always been a terrific timer of the ball. Good test here, though, for this youngster. Really good test.
Mun pitää se käydä viemässä auto tuonne huoltoon. Toinen auto. Sitä mä pitäisi huoltaa vielä, että se voi entiseen. No niin, moro.
Down. 3-all. And out 4-3.
Definitely feel, Lise, that the with what's been brought in with the rulings with COVID, that, you know, the towel boxes are really neat and tidy. A great way of keeping the players happy with the sweat scenario, and the surface also of the court nice and secure. I think whenever things do start to so-called go back to normal, that's definitely an approach to keep, I feel.
Yeah, I think it looks slick. And like you say, it keeps the court safe as well, being able to towel off and wipe away your sweat. Certainly makes a big difference. Obviously, the cameramen are not too keen, and neither are the viewers back home when you can see smears all over the glass.
Dreadful.
But it just keeps it clean.
Out.
Oh, just out of court. That's a gift and a half. That was a great. Oh, look at that for a shot.
4-5.
Beautiful drop shot.
It just, going back to the towels, Joey, it just gets a little bit frustrating when the referee tries to take control and ushers you back to return to play, and usually there's no malice in it, and just kind of trying to keep the court safe.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I think there's just certain referees getting used to that scenario a little bit, not always feeling that every player is going to the towel to get an extra break. Some players are, don't get me wrong.
Yes, very situational, but having an understanding of the moment, the players even.
Well, Joelle King has brought this back. She's now 6-5 up, taken all the pace out of the game. El Hammamy's not hitting through the ball, therefore her length is finding it quite short in the middle of the court, and it's setting Joelle King up for her attacks as well. And that was the right shot to play from King.
And out 6-all.
There's a few errors creeping in from both players. Oof. Take that. Just going back to Joelle King and talking about the pace.
Hand out.
She might not be playing at such a fast pace, but she's still taking the ball so early, and it just shows that you can still keep the game really fast, but not having to hit the ball really hard.
It's a very, very good observation, and that's a real key. And a lot of players that study the game, they find that later on in their careers. Nick Matthew was a very good example of that himself, as he was dealing with these younger players wanting to keep the high tee position, wanting to volley the ball, but in a way that he wasn't walloping it back to his opponent, and they hadn't even moved out the corner. So therefore it's this kind of illusion that you're playing at a fast pace, but your actual opponent's not moving, having to move very much. And King is picking up punches well and utilising the four corners. It's an unbelievable shot. This is terrific. I think that you've obviously having a bit of a stormer with at the moment with your predictions, just to make me feel a little bit better at the moment. Lee Drew did feel it's going to be 3-love, possibly 3-1 to El Hammamy. So it just goes to show what he might know. I do feel that we're going to have a bit of a tussle, though. It's lovely use of height. Again, look at the weight of stroke. This is really clever, immaculate.
So accurate. Such accurate squash in all four corners with every shot.
It's unbelievable. Can't fault her focus and concentration. Picking up punches superbly well. She moves to 9-6, Joelle King. We've had 10 minutes as well, so the physicality is quite light in relation to where we're at. That helps when you've got the range and reach.
Oh, wow.
But that's what it's got to be like. That's what it's got to be like. Leopard strikes.
The bite on that.
Again, just looking
9
back
all.
at a coaching corner. El Hammamy, she's certainly likes to connect with her coach, Hytham. This is a massive push from El Hammamy. Oh.
Yes, led. Player review, King.
Well, Joelle
Yes,
King,
led
Lise,
decision.
feels that she hasn't got the whole front wall here. What do you think?
I think that's got potential to be a stroke. That has got all the potential to be a
Goodness me.
stroke.
It has.
Oh,
That really does.
that's gone right up her skirt. That's a stroke. I'm no referee, but yeah.
Well,
Stroke to King, decision overruled. King has 1 review remaining.
that was a very, very
And
good
out.
shout
10-9.
from Joelle. Gives a game ball. This is a threatening position. Huge difference between 1-all and 2-love.
Yes, led. 10-9, game ball.
Oh, and it's the error.
That is a massive, massive error from Hanya El Hammamy. Unbelievable. We're just shy of 30 minutes. Joelle King capitalising. Now she leads by 2 games to love.
Well, it was such an evenly contested game. Early doors, 3-all, 5-all. I did think that the quality from Joelle King had been a lot higher in the start of the game. Joelle King got herself an 8-6 cushion, varying the pace so well, using all 4 corners with such incredible shot selection. But Hania brought out some fire, pumped up the pace a little bit, and brought it back to 9-all, but it was Joelle King that's got the 2-love lead.
Well, big test now for this young lady. Real big test. 2-love down, so close, starting to make a few inroads towards the back end of that second game, and then really undoing all that hard work with the unforced error. So the tempo, she needs to bring that physicality, which she's trying to do, but also cut down on the unforced errors.
She certainly, at 9-7 down, did bring out some fire. Really powering the next couple of rallies to get back level 9-all. Just tried to up the tempo a little bit and rush Joelle King and get her out of that controlled rhythm that she's in. She's looking for some wisdom into the crowd here. We know she's not going to back down without a fight.
"15 seconds. King leads 2 games to love. Love all.
Joelle King starting this 3rd game. Leopard with her back against the wall. Oh my word. I mean, that was extraordinary. The quality of the squash from Joel King was quite superb, but look at this athleticism, Lisa. Watch this.
Unbelievable. It's a great drop shot, but to come all the way from the back wall, charging in, and to lift the ball as beautifully and over Joel King's head, that's some lob. Over her head.
And out.
Well, Joel King, hugely vocal.
It's a lovely serve.
Out.
Very good. And the rally outcome came off the good service.
2-1.
Setting it up.
Well, Joel King, she is not putting a foot wrong here at all. The shot selection, the quality.
3-1.
It's really good to see.
Very good. It's a bit of a masterclass here from King. Really, really using a heat. Weight of stroke. Look at this, look at it.
It's having to do a lot of work here, Hania. Some fast movements. Oh no. Oh wow.
Oh my goodness, and she's won the rally. Joel King was really feeling that one, Lise, but managed to utilise that scenario. Wasn't a good enough shot by El Hammamy. And she fends her off at 4-1. She's got to make a move shortly, El Hammamy.
One. And out. And out. 2-4.
Well, she'll take those all day long, whatever she can get at this stage of the match.
Yeah, I'm sitting here struggling to think what Hania El Hammamy can do other than put it in the nick. Or
3-4.
The middle of the court into her feet.
Yeah, we'll see Joel King just have a slight drop in focus.
Well, she'll be hoping that that happens. Otherwise, at this rate, she's not getting a look in.
Yes, flat. Yeah, just a bit more
further. It wasn't as wide as the one before. It hasn't come right the way round and nearly up her skirt like the last stroke.
To the right,
but I can see why she would have
had more of the front wall for that one.
Looked for a stroke here again. A similar situation.
Yeah, there wasn't a huge amount in it, but I kind of agree with
3-4.
John Mazzarella on that one. A little bit of extra room for her.
Down.
Seems to be whenever Hania ups the tempo and brings a little bit more pace to her hitting, Joelle's just lapping it up with softening off in the hands into the front of the court or putting up a lob to diffuse the situation.
Yeah, it's worked superb. It really has. Just very tight and accurate. Look at that. Both those last shots. Oh, it's worth it's definitely worth another look at that one, but King not
5-3.
distracting herself, just focusing what she needs to be doing to continue this concentration and quality.
Hand out, 4-5. Down.
Too many errors.
It was the same in the last game. Exactly the same in the last game. Cannot afford to be making errors when Joelle King is playing like this.
Yes, left. 6-4.
She just really wanted to play that, and then it was falling away.
She was really leaning into it. I thought she was going to tumble over.
Yes, led. 6-4. Yes, lad. Player review. King.
Well, interestingly, Joelle King not happy with the let ball, wants a stroke, Lisa.
I'm not sure it's a stroke. Oh, maybe if that angle looks a bit different.
Yeah, it does. This looks like there's a lot of space there. But then this angle makes it look quite close. I mean,
this angle's not a goodie. That's more like a stroke there.
Yes, lad.
But what do I know?
Upheld. King has no reviews remaining. 6-4.
It's worth a shout from King, I feel.
Flat. 6-4. There's enough front wall there, really.
Like, I want to play it.
Yeah, you almost, yeah. 6-4.
Look at that, it's beautifully smooth.
Yes, lad.
So a few just traffic issues going on. It's understandable with the pressure that's going on, but there's
6-4.
no malice between them at all. It's been locked in at 6-all. You just feel that whoever wins this next point might gain some momentum. Oh, sorry, 6-4.
Yeah, I
Because
think the traffic issues have come
6-4.
from El Hammamy really trying to ramp up the pace and rush Joelle King and put all her power through every single shot. What comes with that, she's a little bit of drop off in quality. I think this is a very important point, this part of the game. Again, you know, she's attacked her into the front of the court and then Joelle King scrambled it back. That follow-up shot needs to be better from Hania.
Out.
Oh.
Or you could hope that she just hits it right out of court instead.
Yeah, she obviously lost that possibly in the lights there, but what an important point for El Hammamy, hugely important. We were locked, I think there was probably about 4, at least 5 lets at that 6-4 scenario. Joelle King, within the rules, whoever hits the ball out of court has to go off and get it. I also quite like that as well. If you hit it out of court, you've got to go and get it.
Until you've hit it out and you've no idea where it is.
Well, I mean, obviously, if they were playing at the Pyramids...
Hand out, 5-6.
You can't be on your hands and knees looking through the sand for an hour. Although you never know what you might find up there. Fascinated to see how this is going to turn out, this third game. Will Joelle King close out in 3, or will we see El Hammamy strike like a true predator?
Blistering kill.
6-all.
It's a great length.
Hand out, 7-6.
Well, this is another huge point, this part of the game. That's very well executed. Taking all the pace off of that.
8-6.
Well, Joelle King has been infallible. She has not had any type of lull in quality of hitting or concentration in this match so far, and she's edging ever so closer now. And look at that, that just sums it up for me. A weighted stroke to the back of the court.
9-6.
Tight as a tiger.
Quickly, please, quickly.
Quality is so high.
Just taken all the pace out of it. Just really made it so hard for El Hammamy to find any type of rhythm. She's trying to force it here.
It is a bit desperate, the way she started
through.
that rally, isn't it? She's clearly thinking that injecting some pace into
9-6.
her hitting is going to be effective, but it just looks like she's rushing and tense and getting a bit snatchy.
Well, the problem is the ball, I mean, it got a little bit more there, but it's been, look, it's too mid-court from El Hammamy. That's better. She's living dangerously here, El Hammamy. Oh, that stayed in. Just not getting it through.
Her pace is becoming her nemesis at the minute. Everything into the middle of the court. It's just a Joelle King being really patient, going about her business. It's another
outright winner. Another outright winner at the back of the court, Lisa.
It's 3 in the last 5 minutes, Joey. It's so interesting, that tight point in the game. When Hammamy was 4-6 down and she got that point back to go 5-6, it really was neck and neck. And Joelle King has just gone next level with her quality and had 3 winners dying lengths into the back of the court.
Well, Joelle King serving with 4 match balls and a place in the semi-finals here at the Blackbird. One save. I know I've been harping on about the service all week,
7-10.
but when you've got an opponent that's 2-love up and still has 3 match balls, you have got to serve intelligently. This is the big serve for me. Always the forehand side, Lise, to the right-hander. What's she going to do at the body? And the side wall.
Side wall I'm going for.
Side wall. Well, you really are seeing it. You're like, she's got the old crystal ball out. Word, I can't believe it. She smashed it into the tin, so that comes with all the extra pressure and quality of squash from Joelle King. An absolute masterclass from the Kiwi, so experienced.